morning. Thank you. What we call, is it okay? Is it the same? Or what we call the real nature, or because of lack of possibility to capture it. Everyone is that. Everyone is that. And you can say all the time, because whenever you are freed from your mind, it's there. It's always available because you are always that. So try to really hear that whatever doubt you have about it, or conviction, or not yet, I've not yet realized, or something like that, it's the mind which speaks. And the mind has the pride to think he knows about it. So the mind enslaves to a concept it's forming. And why to be a slave? It makes us suffer, it made us search, when in fact it was an illusion, because one, and there is not one, but it's always there. And surely what you are, you cannot objectify it. So to know the mechanism of the mind, is enough. You will never know the unknown. You will never catch anything about it. Nobody is realized ever. It's just hallucinations of the mind, a natural continuity and conclusions of a search. Don't consider it at all as valuable. It is just impermanent and changing like the mind is. Now, if you're obsessed by a doubt or a thought or an experience, please tell it, because paradoxically, it's also by expressing what makes you believe, even though in the mind you may say, I know, but express it. It's a good place for it. Mm-hmm. Sorry not to share. Yes.
Like last time I have experienced this moment where I listened what you said and a new thought came like, but what about, and I just was able to...
Oh. It's new now.
Okay. I just was... Switch it on. Yeah, also. Okay. So I just was able to not follow this thought, like you suggested, and it gives an experience to it of relief and joy, you know, because it takes so long to be able for, you know?
Yes, yes.
Because suppressing and ignoring somehow, it was different. So what always comes as a byproduct is another thought that said, now it's finished, now it's over. Yeah. And then I find myself again in not thinking about what I am, but other things, and then comes this idea, which is also a thought, of course, but in this moment it seems realer, and why, it's again the mechanism, why not to dismiss this and blah 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 and so on. Yeah, I mean now saying it is this.
It's obviously the mind which is agitated.
And wants to make something out of it, again, as a rule for, you know?
Yes, so you see it now. Is it the same or better?
Very good.
Okay. Okay. I'm very happy with this news of Sunday. Yes. So now, you have said yourself, even this relief and the sense of great joy after all those years of search, you have this experience. So that's also an experience. Okay, so you know it. So in fact you are left even without believing that an experience is it. Yeah? Fantastic. What else could I say? What else is there to dismiss? Or to have understood there is nothing to dismiss because you are already there, dismissing or not. You see, there is no image, as now you can know. There is no image. You cannot objectify that. So all the rest will be a talk of the mind. What's missing?
That would be a doubt coming.
Why? Which doubt?
No, I say when you say what's missing, then it would be
Yeah.
another doubt or another suggestion.
Yeah. Or it would be this idea, I have to be enlightened as an I.
Yeah.
But that is dismissed.
Which was very persistent.
Of course, it is persistent in every seeker, otherwise why do you seek?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a golden carrot to know at some point, or to see, it's still a carrot. I'm still a donkey. No, it's enough.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that the mind doesn't try. For instance, this morning to try a different angle, which is
Try to what?
a different angle.
Ah, yeah.
To raise something, but why is the self expressing like this? Should I in this form? Why is
You
this?
complain directly then.
Yeah, but then even if this is known, it doesn't, I don't know who I am, by knowing why and all of this. So it's easier to dismiss it.
Now I will ask you, is there something that you are not? From here, everything is the expression of that. There is nothing else. Even in the appearance, the forgetfulness is an expression of that. Nothing to say. Me too. So it means everyone is quiet about the subject, which I wish. If not, please don't be compassionate with yourself. Yeah.
Should I take it?
Ah, yes.
So, is it on? Yeah. It's about, like, it's coming up in the last days a lot of times, and even though the other seats the mind, somehow it's...
Yeah, it's too much there.
Yeah. And it's about the will, like...
The will.
The will. Like, if there's something like, because if there's not like a personal desire in this moment, like to be something, to become something, to go somewhere. And yeah, I think also it's because I've heard this of masters talking about this, about the divine will, like that it's then that this body will be guided by something like this. And
okay.
somehow it's coming back always, like how to how to be in this life, like how to know where to go, or how to to take these decisions if there's not really a personal wish to become something.
Yeah. You can play the game also. You can play the game. I mean, one is in a dream because of this body. It's dream. It's So, what means a dream? It's to do things, to undo things, to so-called take decisions, or to be stuck in no decisions. This is the dream, yeah? And the rest, what has to be, will show up. It's not because of a personal desire or wish or decision that it may happen. It happens if it has to be, it doesn't happen if it has to be. In that way, one has no power. But in the dream, you can't help to just, you respond to circumstances. It seems you have a decision. You know very well what I just said before. There is no problem.
So then even like the thoughts, because if there's just the self, not then even the thoughts, they are somehow impelled by this, no?
The self expresses itself.
Then even this is.
Otherwise, there will be nobody there to speak about that. Also,
Yeah.
you see, be at peace with that. What has to be, what has to happen, will happen anyway, without your wish or not. So, it doesn't mean you have not to do anything, but maybe then, if it is not the way you wished or you want it so much personally, you just have to laugh and say, okay, who am I after all?
Mm-hmm. So just do the things that are there in the moment.
Yes, of course. Live your dream. Can you not otherwise? No, you live your dream. And if in your dream you have to be someone who doesn't do anything, it will be so. Even if you try, not. Don't worry about that. I would not worry about that. But just see how things are in fact. In this world of appearance, everything is like feathers in the wind. We are one feather in the wind. Doesn't mean that we don't play our appearance of a feather or of the wind. I don't know. Yeah? Okay. So don't be tormented anymore with the so-called seeming decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But know the nature of it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so have a good trip. It's very different to do things, for example, may I tell you a wish or you wanted to keep it unknown?
No, you can.
Yeah. You want to go in pilgrimage, yeah? Because it's a good example, that's what I say. It's very different to go to a pilgrimage with the belief you will be more pure and so better nearer yourself. Or you do your pilgrimage because it's your way to live and you don't believe that you are nearer yourself even doing that. You see the difference to do things and to, yeah. So I wish you the second option. There is nobody to realize, so there is no question of getting more pure or not. You know, it's just giving up the beliefs of in all this. And that can be done at once. If we are not attached to a spatial concept.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure, of course. Do.
I believe like that this thought is coming in this moment because through this, like through the letting go of all the concepts, in this moment, like I feeling like there's an emptiness somehow. No, of course, before I was used to act on personal wishes, on being on a search, no, and right now it's just.
Yes. It's just.
Yeah.
What a relief.
Yes.
What a beauty. Let it be like that. Whatever you attain will not add anything to what you are, or whatever you don't attain. It's not like that. So be free. Even if you have a life which doesn't look like so much representing freedom, it's all bullshit. Be free to live whatever you want. Because you see, here it is not a school of sainthood, which is also very beautiful, but I am absolutely not an example of sainthood, so I'm honest. It's not because to become saintly is a belief. First of all, the real saints generally they are born like that. And you can, if you have this ideal, you may be a bit more saintly than in the past and so on, but it's an attainment also, and it has nothing to do with your real nature. So, but even if you wish so, if you know that it's just, okay, the way I like to live, but after all you can laugh about it, because there is nothing substantial in it, it's also right. You're convinced about that? So nobody wants to make me speak on something. Hmm? Yeah.
I'll just say what's coming in my mind
Yeah,
over and over. So what I can see is that in my life I've always been trying to find a way to feel peace, to feel
Yeah.
to have some kind of equilibrium.
Yeah.
I guess it's a way of not wanting to feel, maybe.
To feel.
Not wanting to feel
Yeah.
life in its
Yeah.
full power,
Hmm?
in this and that and up and down
Mm-hmm.
and
then?
and what do I want to say?
You must have wanting to say something. So it was like this.
I
Or
can
it
see
is like
that I
this.
was searching for this
Yeah, peace.
some kind of state, I guess. A
Of
state.
course, what else the mind can invent or
Yes,
conceive?
yeah.
It must be a state. Huh? But the mind will conceive things in the life,
Mhm.
in its domain, in its realm, because it doesn't exist otherwise. Okay?
Yes.
So, where are you today? It is still there with you?
No. But I see it's
Tell.
I guess the mind is still trying to do something
Mm-hmm.
like that in the life.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Which
what?
is poor human, huh? Of course, it's normal in this very agitated life to wish to be, to have moments of peace. I think it's very natural. But one has to know the nature of the states. So it's natural.
Yeah.
Offer yourself. There is no obligation to be all the time agitated and suffering. Surely not. Okay, so there are ways to have quiet moments, but surely those quiet moments are states caused by whatever. Generally, the nature is a good cause for that. It is not more than that.
Right. But
Okay.
then maybe I have a judgment about that. That it's
Yeah?
fake.
Which one?
It's fake. A state.
It's fake.
Trying to.
No, it's not fake. I am telling you the story of this movie.
Right.
There is nothing wrong with this movie to want this or that and to prefer this or that. This is the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you see it's a movie, is there any wish for peace? If you see,
No.
no. Is it not real peace?
Yes.
Lucky you.
Thank you.
Yes. Hi.
Hi. So, yeah, what I see, like what I'm perceiving my experience in life,
Yeah.
because I see that it's like a movie, it's almost like a dream. But
Yes.
I feel that I'm after this experience of this dimension that it's in flesh and blood, and actions have consequences.
Sure.
Yeah, and I feel myself as well learning more and more about, yeah, we can live this movie as the way we want, but at the same time we carry some patterns or some information ourselves. It's a pattern that leads us towards something
Sure.
without ourselves being conscious about. And yeah, I feel myself changing more and more. This like breaking up these patterns and trying to live the life as much as in peace as possible. And sometimes myself gets the peace out of me, and I feel like okay.
Piece of autonomy.
And just sharing some things that I was thinking about. I'm struggling a lot about this era. That is
About?
this era, these times that we are living now, because I feel there's so much information and so many things to consider about.
It's crowding the mind so much. Yeah,
it's crowding
sure.
the mind so much, yeah.
We have a lot of opportunities for that. Yeah, sure. So what? You found your way?
Each second.
If you found your way, I wish you the best.
Thank you. Yeah, just sharing to see if there is some insights, maybe, and what awakens.
My insight is in my answer. If you found your way, I wish you the best.
Okay.
And the ways are in the movie, in the dream. I wish you the best in the dream. Are you the dream?
I am the dream. I am everything. One question then. It's like how the body affects our dreams. If you can tell me.
Why not? Everything is interconnected. Huh?
And okay, one last.
No.
Okay, so our body, it's like, depending on what we do with our body, we shape ourselves. Like, at least in my experience, if I eat like lots of junky food, I'm gonna experience some realities, and if it's a lot of healthy food, I'm gonna experience
Good
other
observation.
realities.
Yes.
And where does this come from? This dualities. If we know that the dream is better with the health food, or does
I think it is a search. You are searching something. You are searching how to be complete, how to be well. What is what, and you are searching. No? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, you will have a lot of answers, always new according to your achievements with the search. Maybe one day you would ask, but who is the seeker? What is it, this seeker after all? Is it the body? Is it the patterns of my mind? Is it the experiences? Who knows, huh? So, I wish you the best.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
But if you have more to ask, you ask, huh?
Okay. I'm Gemini, huh?
Huh?
I'm Gemini.
Yeah. It's okay, I can deal with that. Yeah, I think it has to go there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a question that has been in in my head since I sat here.
Okay.
I had no questions before. I just feel I initiated my
Please.
spiritual journey,
Yeah.
but I find it hard to understand, and pardon my words if they are out of place,
No,
but I
not.
feel a certain vilification of the mind over the spirit. And my question is this: is there no space for the mind in the spiritual journey at all? Because the mind is part of who I am. It allows me to
Because I
ask
don't
this.
hear everything. So the mind is what?
I'm asking if there's no place for the mind in the spiritual journey at all.
Ah,
Because the
no,
mind-
not like that. I would not say that, you see. You see, a satsang is a place to try to direct the one who seeks, the one who has a wish of something else, to direct to what is already there before his search. Because what his search is, after all, is that. Okay? So here you dismiss the mind just for a split second. Because after you see that the mind is the expression of that itself, so there is no question of anything about that. Then there is no judgment about what appears. You see?
So the exercise is essentially to learn to live despite the mind telling us to choose or to make decisions. Because the mind enables me to ask these questions.
Yeah.
Right? So it's present all the time.
But that's why we think it's present all the time. In that way, we feel also enslaved to it. Maybe not you, but generally, we feel enslaved to the mind. When there is a good moment, we don't think like that. But we know there are also other moments. So that makes one feeling I'm not complete, or I feel too much lost or pain. And that search can become a spiritual search. So asking, is there anything else? Who am I after all? And that can be over at once if you hear, you are the seer. You are yourself, you are already the seer, or that which we don't know, but it is. Or there is a journey which we call a spiritual journey or a philosophical journey, whatever. There is an investigation which will make you hear one day, why do I search? It's already absolutely there, but I will understanding that you cannot objectify that, yet all the objectifications are the expression of that. Okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
When I hear you say everyone is that already, my mind goes everyone but not you.
But what? Not me.
Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's not a good saying to say everyone is that. There is no other way to express that only is. Okay? So there is no question of others and me here. So your trick doesn't work.
there's this satsang that I of Papaji, a recording from the 90s, where he says, when the student needs the I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the right words, but it's something like when the student meets the teacher, the student has to be beautiful.
Because at that time there is nobody. A teacher is not a shape.
So it's not that the personality ever gets beautiful, it's something that the personality isn't there.
I don't know. I don't care. You are beautiful. I don't speak of your shape, which is beautiful.
Yeah, I speak of this other thing. I feel like something in me is ugly.
It's an idea coming from the past. Don't enslave you to the past. Let it pass. It's a rainy cloud. Let it pass. Are you attached to it?
It always comes and says that.
Because you are attached to it.
Yeah, like I don't know who I
So,
am
choo choo
without
choo.
it.
No, it's a cloud. Have you ever seen a cloud fixed? No. Whatever you will describe of yourself, you see, it's the past. It's whatever impressions you got and you identified with. Be freed from that. And it's very easy to be freed from that. It's knowing it's just the mind which is shaped in that way. I am not what I can describe. I am. My real nature, the real nature, is not what I describe. When you know that, then whatever you can describe is that. So there is no judgment about ugliness or beauty. So for that, know first that whatever you describe, you speak about the personality. And in fact, the peace, to say a word, the relief, the blessing, is to allow what is common to all, to remove the slavery of the mind. That's what you are. So whatever comes to your mind, it's a cloud. Let it pass. Let it pass. It comes 10 times, doesn't matter. 100 times, doesn't matter. Let it pass. There are rainy seasons in the north, very long. Don't worry. There is no meaning in it. So I would not work on it. You just let it pass. Yeah, great. Yeah.
When you say that there's only that,
Yeah.
I don't know that.
And you are worried about that?
So there's the witnessing, like the witnessing of the thoughts that arise,
Mm-hmm.
and there is that sense of beingness that's always here.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't.
So you are that.
Mm.
You are even prior to that.
Prior to that scene.
That is not personal.
Mm-hmm.
The feeling is still personal.
Yes.
It's a direct expression of that, okay? Direct expression, still an expression. So you can't help, it's already there. That is meant by I am that.
Mm-hmm. And that the mix of like why it feels personal.
Because you confuse that for being. Being. You said, no?
Mm-hmm.
Beingness is the first expression of it. It's still an experience of someone. Yes. You are that. You don't make it something. Don't objectify it. Don't objectify it. Beingness is the first objectification of it. Completely abstract, completely undescribable, yet it's the first description of it. Can you take it? Yes. That's why you see the sense of beingness is not always there. It's an experience in this movie which has the same law as everything else, so it comes sometimes. Because it's an expression of that, of another nature than I am a man. It's another. It's more abstract. It's more intimate. It's like at the source of the manifestation. Yet, I has to rise to feel that.
I has to arise to feel the being.
Of course, you speak about it and you know what it is. Tell me you don't know what it is.
How can it be known then?
What?
How can it be known?
Like that? You know it? You spoke about it? How do you speak about it then? It's unknown because you cannot describe what is beingness. It's so intimate. And yet, you know it. It's not always there. It would be a lie to say so. Because beingness gives the quality of permanency, of eternity and all that. And when you are totally identified, where is it? It's impossible for somebody to feel all the time beingness. It's a lie, a spiritual lie, worse than all lies, because the pride is huge. It's an expression of it. What you are, you will never know. There is nobody there. Yet it is. Hein? Good. Ciao. In the life, it's a real blessing to have that experience. And it is the result of generally a practice or a search it's an achievement. Every achievement is not permanent because it is in the moving, in the appearance. Otherwise you cannot even speak about that. You see, appearance is what? Duality. Because of two we can speak, we can describe even what is not describable. There is somebody there to say it. So it's in the real of the moving. And spirituality, it's like an edge. There is that blessing because there was a surge. At the same time, for the real thing, it is a poison because we confuse what is indicated by that for this experience. And so you see on this planet, many people still knowing beingness, still there is a slight feeling which is not always conscious that I'm not yet complete because it has to be permanent, which will never be. And then they turn around mountains, they go again here and there, just to fulfill that. They don't understand, they just mistake that experience for what is indicated. And what is indicated is already with you. You have not to do anything about that. Even the feeling of beingness, which is a blessing, you don't need to feel it to be that. Ah. And yet what a joy, we still live in this body. It's a blessing to know all that, to see all that, and enjoy beingness, and enjoy and don't enjoy this and that. It's like, I mean, what to do? Satsang is not a spiritual place. It's a place to cut off all beliefs, including the spiritual ones. Mind you, if you feel in danger, you can just run, just now. It's good.
like already this, like without having the thought, like I am, but just being, is this already arising also?
Yes.
Okay.
But enjoy it. You cannot ask somebody, what can you do?
Nothing.
Nothing. So experience whatever comes. The beauty of beingness, it's not objective, it's not an object. And so you feel well, you feel at peace, you feel near the divine or near yourself or whatever bird. You see, you can't help, it's like that. But don't confuse that for it. It's a first expression. That's why we can speak about that. Isn't it?
Yes.
That's what I say. To I don't know what to say. To click to that. To click to that scene happens once, it's enough. It's sudden, it is enough.
And this will just be because we cannot do anything about it, so
We cannot what?
we cannot do anything.
No, sure.
So it's
Finally.
grace or whatever we want to call it.
You know. Then this is known. This is seen this way. In the movie, you will not. This is my belief. I have a belief. Because so far that's what I see. In the movie, you will not leave this click many times. It doesn't need, it will not happen. Once is enough. Because it's not in the movie. This, I don't know what it is, but it makes you see things like that. That will never be repeated. Why? Once is enough. All the rest will be an experience. The movie. That's what I say, you know, it's not a fixed state. It cannot be fixed. It's seen once, it's enough. It is enough. All the rest will be a deep experience of beingness if you are alone, if you are not in your mind. But you know the nature of it. It is enough. Where are you?
Of course, now there's the mind trying to figure out now how can it be even.
Don't figure it out. You will never be successful. Don't figure it out. It's impossible. Whatever you can figure it out is in the movie, in this dream.
Yes.
In.
But is it that what is there when there's like an absence of person?
What more?
When is it that which is there when there's total absence of a person or
It looks like, huh? Don't figure it out. But surely it is not obvious, or I don't know what to say, even this word obvious is a bit not good, when you are in your mind. So when there is a person, then you are in your mind. It doesn't matter when, let's say, when there has been this sudden, I don't know what, I'm sorry, I cannot speak, but it matters when this hasn't happened, of course, because the mind cannot help to figure it out and to confuse, to be deluded by some experiences. That's why it's good to hear, hey, okay, very good, enjoy this, but it's still a state. You know, like this, one day you are freed from searching. And that, freed from your, to believe that I is that, which is mentioned by the wise. Yeah. Don't worry, nobody has a recipe. Just hear. Just try not to argument, but this is true, and I read this, and it's not said the same way. Okay, do whatever you like, but what I know, I tell you. And after all, I tell you what I know means the expression of that. And I totally include the experience of beingness in the expression of that. No, there is nothing wrong, what a blessing also. Anyway, oof.
Sorry. When you are speaking in Satsang, I can very much see within myself that what you speak is true.
Yeah.
So that is very clear. But when you say this moment, I still don't believe I have this ever had this click. I only have the feeling that everything is seen as the mind, but I don't know if this is the click.
But what about the click?
You say about this click.
Yeah, I should not say, but what to say? I mean, it's like... Yeah, and what? There is no click? Just to say that is a click. Or do you know these things?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, me too, I don't know. If you see that it corresponds about what you see, it's enough. What else do you want to know? There is nothing else to know.
There is this thing coming up when you speak about this click that I feel like I wonder if I ever had a click about.
No, but you know, yeah, I know, words are terrible. Forget about the click then. So, do you understand that Where are you now?
I feel if for me there was ever a click, it was to see that whatever is rising is in my mind, and that was the only thing that
This is the
became
click.
clear.
Then keep quiet now. Do you feel you still have to search? Searching for what?
No, I see sometimes I see my mind going into conclusion, like there's nothing to search for anymore.
And you know it's your mind.
Yes, so then it's finished.
Then you are searching for what?
No search.
Huh?
There's no search, right?
Okay, then.
It's just to see that the mind is falling into conclusion of this or that.
Yeah, but it's your mind.
Yes, so it's finished.
The question is short. What can you tell us about devotion? In religion, with Master, we always hear about devotion. What has the devotion to do?
Well, devotion is not a practice. It comes naturally when you feel suddenly you can trust a teaching or a teacher, which because it corresponds completely to your demand. So you are very grateful that this happened in your life. And that will always be, that you are free or not, that gratefulness remains in the somebody. But the expression of it can be very different with everyone. In some people you see it, they sing, they dance, they chant, and some are very quiet. It doesn't matter. So, thank you very much.